Hey, it's Brian Piercy with Real Estate Moto. It is Monday morning, September 10th, 2018. And if you have been watching the news, we've got Hurricane Florence that's a few days offshore. So creating a ton of buzz. I've had a bunch of clients that have reached out and said, hey, what's going on? What do you expect? Are we evacuating? So right now, North Carolina, South Carolina have declared for a state of emergency, which isn't uncommon. A few days out, it gives them more resources. So one of the questions that I'm looking into is, what does a hurricane mean for the real estate market? So as I always do, I kind of research all the markets across the country, our local market, kind of follow storms and the market sort of in these other areas throughout the country. So it's actually interesting. So what happens after a storm to a real estate market sort of may surprise you. Everyone thinks it's going to be total disaster. The market's going to collapse for years on end. It's actually not the case. So we've got a neat article by economist Ted Jones that he finished last year that was a study over 6 or 8 different storms in different markets titled Hurricanes, Housing, and the Economy. And the findings are pretty interesting. Well, if you're interested in the full 19-page report, just shoot us a direct message and I will, with your email address, and I'll forward you the PDF of the 19-page report from him. But a couple quick kind of stats that I'm sort of looking at my computer and pulling up this morning. But basically immediately following, so a month to 2 months after the storm, depending on the severity of it, obviously, certainly going to be a decline in sales, a decline in jobs in that market, but really pretty quickly, right after, a month to 2 months, 2 months out at post-storm, the market actually starts to rapidly increase pretty significantly. And in a lot of cases, it actually saw an improvement that was faster than the national market. So basically you're going to see an immediate kind of downturn, and then once everything gets back on track, the job market, the real estate market will actually grow again at a faster pace than sort of the national average. So interesting stat too, they looked at homes that were not damaged in a storm via flood or damage, actually saw an immediate increase in value, basically because the effect of lesser inventory out there for houses that are available, and people that maybe their house was damaged, they got to get into a new one. Another kind of small sample of a study of a local market saw basically the minute you've got any sort of flood damage, it saw a decrease in value of about 22% of your property. So, but anyway, we're certainly following the storm. We will be on top of it this week. Coastal Carolina has actually already canceled classes tomorrow, so we'll see what happens with the market. Right now, the path has got it slightly above the North Carolina, South Carolina border. So hopefully for everybody's sake, it turns back out to sea and doesn't have landfall. But if it does, we'll be here. We will certainly be tracking it. Anything we can do for you, if you've got a property here and want us to go out and check it out, again, shoot us an email with your info, your property info, and we'll be glad to help. So Brian Piercy again with Real Estate Moto, watching Hurricane Florence.